What's going on, you guys? Aaron here from the Parties Capital. It's 10:30 and we're live. So just give me a couple seconds to get set up here. Just want to post the link for our Discord, in our Discord and Twitter, Facebook, and then we're good to go. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning, everybody. Whoa. Okay, so this is something I've started doing recently. We're just gonna post that, and then stock twits as well, and on Facebook. Blah blah blah. We'll do that hashtag ACB. Oh yeah, CRON is running today after that upgrade. All right, sweet. There we go. Just in our Facebook group. I believe that's everything. Oh yeah, we need to do Discord. Lots of deals today. Happy hump day. What? What's up, Kenny? I know we had a question in there about CanTrust or Curaleaf. Nice, Philip. Still riding it. I know, right? I need a few more tabs. Give me a sec. Just want to pull up the comments. All right, perfect. ACB going downtown. Yes, I'm back. Back with some tea. Just what the hell is this? So, just bought 2 small positions right before this live stream. Good morning, guys. I'll tell you in a sec. I just thought they were pretty cheap. Here, one sec. We're live. Okay. Good morning, Jill. M.A. Khan, what's up? Thank you for being a new subscriber. Appreciate all the new subscribers. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Thank you for supporting me in this channel. And let's get straight to business. So, of course, we are seeing, a continuation of the rally. Although it's not really, it looks to be fading, to be honest. Looks like the markets are already looking to dip into the red. So Wall Street's pretty much all hyped up on this whole hopes of interest rate cuts. We're seeing crude tank again. Crude's definitely 100% in a bear market now. It dropped 20%, so that's technically a bear market. It's down 3%. Gold's holding steady at $13.40, and that's because crude oil inventories rose by 6.7 million barrels. Oh, I wanted to apologize for the last. Oh, hello, Laura. Hello, Sheldon. What's up, everybody? So yeah, I wanted to apologize for yesterday's video. The sound got cut off because I'm pretty sure my PC had way too much stuff on it, and when I was ripping the video, the computer didn't have enough space on there to whatever happened in Adobe Premiere Pro. So anyways, I'll just give you guys a quick update if anybody was wondering what I said in the last 5 minutes of that video. All I was pretty much talking about was our top 3 stocks for June. As it's June now. It's June the 5th, 3rd trading day of June. And First Quantum's up 5% since purchase. Fortuna's up 5% and Alibaba's down 5%. Overall, up about 0.9%. So far, the top 3 stocks for June's doing all right. But anyways, talking about the markets now. All right, so on to the weed stocks. Future Farm Tech, biggest gainer on the day, followed by CO2 Grow and 360 Risk. 360 Risk bounced to 30 cents. I did not buy ACB, that's right. I'm not buying ACB until it goes below 950. I'm sticking to my guns if it goes that low. 360 Risk up 7% to 30 cents. Man, the sun's coming out. This is gonna get really annoying. Anyways, so yeah, it's still with their compliance department. They said they were, I know this is crazy, but they were reviewing it. So bear with me. Literally all I can do is wait until they get back to me. I think we sent them, this is the 3rd email asking what the hell's going on. So as soon as that is approved, I'll have the James E. Wagner video out for you guys. Literally all I can do is wait though. It's kind of frustrating because we spend a lot of time and money shooting the video, but that's just the way it is. Lovely weekend ahead, yes. J-Nug drip. Yeah, trading the miners has been pretty profitable recently. Gold's been running, that's true, Laura. But yeah, so the 2 stocks that I picked up a little position in just before the stream was Suniva and Tilt Holdings. I was surprised by the continued drop in both these companies. Tilt's down another 4.9% to $1.36, and I just think it's oversold at this point. I think Tilt is eventually due for a bounce. No, I don't only trade wheat stocks. Talk a lot about wheat stocks, but trade much more than wheat stocks. Wheat stocks, gold mining companies, pretty much like I like commodity companies, and also defensives, but the defensives are pretty much long-term holds. Anyways, so Tilt Holdings down to $1.36. Let's take a quick look here at the RSI. RSI is looking to touch 30. It's 31.74 right now. So Tilt's looking very oversold to me. Once again, I took a small position recently in Tilt today. So we'll see if we can eventually catch a bounce sometime. I mean, if you think about it, Tilt was around $3 when they wrote off half their market cap, which would put it at $1.50 from that whole write-off. So that's just my philosophy, oversold. And then Suniva, of course. Suniva's making a bounce, actually. It's up to 357, but it did have another red day. Suniva's had multiple red days. But I like their play on the California market, and I do think the company will come back. So we could see Suniva fall to the low 3s then again, so could be a little bit early, but I was comfortable with buying Suniva around 350. What's up, Brownie? Let's take a look at JWCA. Down to 77 cents. Yeah, it's a tough one. Hopefully this thing can catch some support soon. I mean, are you in this? Charts look like it could go down to 70 cents, but I mean, it's been downtrending pretty hard from $1.26. Hopefully we can catch some support, 75 cents. That'd be nice to see. What's up, Matt Clay? Everybody's here today. Going to be looking at a few more companies too. Now there was a question about Curaleaf versus CanTrust. So we're going to pull those up and then we'll take a look at a few more things. What's up, Max? Everybody's here today. CanTrust down to $6.98. I'm happy CanTrust is continuing to pull back. This came on my radar as of recently. Last night I was actually doing a bunch of research about the company. Just wrote an article about the company for Smarter Analysts, so that should be hopefully coming out soon here. Right here, it was literally just published. Like, when was this published? 10/12. So this article came out like 28 minutes ago. 28 minutes ago? 30, something like that. Sorry, I can't count today. This article is all about CanTrust. So I literally wrote this last night. So feel free to check out this article. I think hopefully CanTrust is going to do well. By the looks of it, it could sell off a little bit more, maybe like 650, $6. Right now we're at 6.99. So I'd be patient with it if it did continue to drop just a little bit more, but definitely looking to pick up some CanTrust very soon. This was a company that I always wanted to own, but it was always too pricey for me. In the double digits, CanTrust was always a little too pricey for me. $9, $10. Now we're going past below 7. And CanTrust looks to have some pretty decent support around 6. I was using CanTrust oils for a few months. Nice terpene profile. Cheap palm oil, though my clinic dumped them due to patient complaints. Interesting information. I know they do hold the #1 spot for oils. I believe somewhere in this article I wrote it. Somewhere in there. But yeah, you guys can check that out. SmarterAnalyst.com. We've been doing a bunch of writing for them. There's actually top 3 cannabis stocks for June 2019. That's another article. So anyways, not going to get too much into that, but I feel like there's a lot of stuff on sale right now. AQN with all-time highs, a powerhouse of a stock. Alexander Sweatnam. This is true. This is true. We'll look at the defensive stocks in 2 seconds, but I want to talk about the rest of these cannabis stocks. Curaleaf's pulled back. This is another one. I mean, the chart still looks pretty good for Curaleaf. It was way too expensive personally before. That's why I didn't touch Curaleaf. At $15, I thought it was going to pull back, but it looks to be making higher lows. If this is the low that we're going to see, now it's going to rally up a bit. So hopefully, Medman Harvest sells Suniva at a good discount right now. This is true. I'm a little bit weary on MedMen, but still do own some MedMen. This might be another one to take a look at, as it's sold off so hard down to $250. Now could be the perfect time to pick up some of these stocks that have just gotten killed. I'd like to see a little bit more consolidation on MedMen though. There's been nothing. It's just been a straight sell. CRON probably gonna buy MedMen. That would be sweet. Jason Alder already invested $250 million, and he sits on CRON's board. Very good news, Matt Connors. I will look a little more into that. Currently, the market cap for MedMen sits at $2.27 billion. So it's still quite a big company even at these prices. Big risk, big reward. Yep. MedMen, CanTrust. I'll be looking to add a few more cannabis stocks. And let's see what else we got here today. So, MYM Nutraceuticals continuing to sell off. Tilt Holdings, James E. Wagner, Namaste. It's hard to say for Namaste. I'll also be putting out this one video for you guys later on today. It's kind of a controversial video. There was a cannabis stock 2019 bankruptcy watch list released by Seeking Alpha. So I want to go over that article. A few of the stocks in this watch list were mentioned on there. We'll see what they have to say about that. So, but yeah, there is riskier stocks in MedMen, of course, but MedMen's stuck in a downtrend right now as it broke through that 350 support. Sold my ACB from 715 to 804 today. That's a nice trade. I also think APHA is on sale right now, or APHA, however you guys call it. Organogram at $10. Organogram's a little too expensive for me. What else we got here? I want to pick up some Safe, but Safe's having a really good day. At 30 cents though, Safe's still looking pretty good. High Tide. There's so many companies right now. ICC International Cannabis at 17 cents. So much on sale. 360 risk. All right. And CRON Life Sciences. Let's look at that one too. All right, so we got a whole bunch of stocks to look at first. We will take a look at a couple of charts. So I want to look at the charts for APHA. This is another one that I think has sold off pretty nicely, down to 897. It's hard to say right now. It's hard to say right now how I feel about the overall markets. That's the only thing that I'm a little hesitant with, jumping straight back in. Although interest rate cuts would definitely prop up the cannabis stocks. And to be fair, the entire sector has pulled back quite a bit. But the market itself, in my opinion, hasn't pulled back enough. I feel like we could still see a little bit more of a pullback. I mean, we saw that massive rally yesterday. Interest rates, if they lower them, will definitely prop the markets, though. It'll cause probably another rally. But how many times can they do this? How much longer can they support the markets? That's my only concern. It's a tough one. Awesome, guys. Thank you for those 21 likes. Anyone else who wants to hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. Do you believe that FDA examination of CBDs is spooking the market too much? That's a very good point. I did read about that, how they still consider it a drug, kind of. There's so many things to take into consideration. If Trump wants the feds to have to, the child needs to supervision before he goes out of control. I'm hearing from an insider that Dana White is forcing Conor McGregor to put ACB's logo on White. That would be awesome if we saw ACB's logo on Conor's shorts. ACB can get some more exposure. But I'm pretty sure that's why they did the partnership. Anyways, guys, right now I think, we are right at the top of this trading range. We'll see how long and if this bounce can hold. We did see a really nice green day yesterday, but I'm still playing it cautious. I still think we could drop back into the 2700s for the S&P 500. I wouldn't be sad if the market's traded sideways from here. I'm happy that we did pull back from almost 3,000. I do think we could hit 3,000 by the end of the year if we got that lower, if we got that interest rate decrease. That's one thing to think about. But it was very hard to remain bullish when the markets were over 2,900, or at least S&P. All right, so taking a look at APHA. APHA does look pretty cheap at $9. Not gonna lie, this is one stock on my watch list for sure. 100%. Last time I had APHA, sold it at 14, right somewhere in and around here. So would not feel bad about picking it up $6 cheaper or $5 cheaper. Next one, Organigram. This company's held in there. I would not feel comfortable buying Organigram close to its 52-week highs. I see what, $1 upside, 10%. Fantastic company, awesome chart, but I hate to say it, Organigram looks too expensive for me right now. Wait for that next pullback. DMT is a better relaxer. All right, so another interesting company to look at, High Tide at 38 cents. This company is actually looking pretty good in terms of the charts, especially. That trend looks to remain. Come on, let's get those lines drawn for you guys. What the hell's going on here? Yeah, so I see High Tide having the potential to run to 50 cents if it can break out again. It attempted it here, got up to 44 cents, sold off a bit, but it's consistently been making higher lows. So that is something that I like to see. High Tide, very interesting play on the Canadian cannabis retail market. Next company, World. This is another one of those stocks that I would look at just for the fact that it's so oversold. This company got crushed down to 17 cents. Talked about this multiple times on my channel, and I actually did buy it somewhere in the mid 20s, somewhere in and around here when I put out that last video. So down substantially on that one. Kind of want to add to it. They hold one of the 3 licenses in Germany. All right, so next company, Safe, 360 risk down to 27.5 cents. That's pretty nice actually if it's having another red day. Probably pick up a little bit of this today if we do sell off a bit more. So many companies. Neo. We'll look at that right after we get through these last 4 cannabis stocks. There's so many companies that have been downtrending like crazy, literally for like the entire, some stocks for over a year. So 360 Risk Solutions, this stock's been stuck in a nasty downtrend all the way from 70 cents right down to 27 cents. I want to add more to this one. I still believe in their company, and not to mention their CEO's got forearm tats. What kind of badass CEO is that? That's pretty cool for a for a security firm. I was on their website. But anyways, 360 risks looking pretty cheap right now. CRON down to 269, selling off 3.9%. I did say I wanted to pick up some CRON around 250. So we'll see if we can hold on to 250. I mean, I feel a lot better buying CRON at around 250 versus when it was trading for 350 for a while. Stock's been super volatile, but this is an interesting one. What's up, man? Kyle, what's going on? 250 is a sweet spot for CRON. Yeah, man, I think so. I've been talking about that. It's done a ton of consolidating around 250. But this is one, I'd buy it and then hope for the best. If it didn't hold 250, then I do think that it's going to like $2, $1.80, $2, and then probably look to add somewhere in there. It's hard to guess. If it's gonna fall, it's gonna fall again to like $1.50, $1.80 or something. But yeah, I definitely think there's lots of support for CRON around 250. That's for sure. So one to look at as well. And I have zero exposure to Latin America, and CRON's killing it in Latin America. So one company definitely to look at. There's just so many companies to look at, though. MedMen down to 258, down another 1.53%. Might be time to finally add some MedMen. I don't like to catch falling knives, but how much Monster Energy stock you got? Hiro Naka's got a ton of Monster Energy stock. Allowing cannabis companies to sell THC across state lines. That was just a joke. You guys are hype. ACB back to $4. I'll load the boat if it goes to $4. So yeah, MedMen, CanTrust, another one to look at. But let's keep dropping. I'm not sad about that. Let's keep heading south. I want to pick up CanTrust at like $6. Be nice to see. Okay, so that's it for the cannabis stocks. We are seeing the S&P 500 just getting ready to dip into the red. We're up 0.2%. Nasdaq's already in the red. Dow's just holding on. I'll sell my house and buy ACB if it goes to $4. CRON going to buy MedMen when it gets cheap enough. 50-50 partner. I haven't heard many expansion plans for Planet 13. Oh, there we go. We had it. S&P just almost dipped into the red. Okay. So now let's get into some other portfolios. There's some stuff that I really want to look at. It's a tricky time right now, but lots of stuff to look at. Alkaline Waters was higher today, almost 250, and they're selling off a little bit. Charlotte's Web to 1750. What's another one I like? Micron Waste Technologies. Haven't looked at this stock in a long time. What else we got here? Suniva down to 350. Alright guys, so top 3 stocks for June once again. Alibaba's continuing to decline, down 2.6%. What else we got today? What else is going on? Small cap gold miners, mildly in the green. Copper stocks selling off. Freeport down past $10 again. London mining down to 617. Let's take a look at this one. Coca-Cola, I feel like their 5-year chart is really easy to read and it's about to hit an all-time high. Okay, give me 1 sec. Look at that in a second. Let's see what's on sale in the defensive category. BPY down another 0.9%. That's one that I'm definitely looking to take more of a position in. Brookfield Property paying a really nice dividend. Just Energy Atco. We're seeing the utility stocks run. I definitely think that's speculation based on lower interest rates. Those companies should thrive when it comes to lower interest rates. So we're just going to probably keep seeing all these utility companies continue to run. Algonquin just hit $16, fresh all-time high. That's awesome. And our stocks for 2019 watch list. First Mining Gold. First Majestic Silver. We're getting another green day for the miners. Biggest decliners. JD.com down to $25. What's Hexo doing? Still too expensive for me. And 2 last portfolios. So oil stocks should be getting crushed again. Yep. Crescent Point Energy down to $4. When are they ever going to catch some support or some relief? Kind of want to buy some Fortuna today. That's pretty much it. All right, guys, so there's a few more charts. Let me take a look at these next 8 companies, and then we'll take a few requests. So Charlotte's Web up 2.94%, making a bounce. Charlotte's Web's off its highs of about $32. So I'm not surprised to see this thing having a green day. It'd be nice to see Charlotte's Web drop to $15 though. I feel like we could sell off a little bit more. What's up, Nevada? Just looked at Organogram. I said it. I still think it's a little expensive. It's like $1 off of its all-time highs. Are you looking to buy, or do you own it, or what's going on there? That's it for C-Web, Micron Waste Technologies. Will do. Yeah, I wouldn't be too sad about taking profits on Organogram at $10. I'm just saying $10 because that's in Canadian. Micron Waste all over the place. Maybe wait for 25 cents. This is a company I want to do some more research about, but I love the waste management aspect of the cannabis sector. Definitely one to look at. All right, let's see the slide in the shares of London Mining. Scott Graham, great question. Fortuna Silver Mines. It is coming up in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the last stock that I want to look at. But yeah, 100% we can look at that one. Fortuna's been one of my favorite companies for a very long time. All right, so London Mining at 613. I think this stock right now is testing some support, and the trend kind of looks broken, to be honest. In that case, I think we could see it fall, possibly back down to 5. Hard to say. Mid to low 5s. If London Mining drops to $5, I'm gonna add for sure. 520, 530 maybe. All right, next, Brookfield Property Partners down to 23.31. This thing continues to not perform too great, although the dividend's looking really nice. And the pullback from $28 is pretty attractive right now. So I think this is one I'll probably add today. What are we sitting at currently for the dividend on Brookfield Property Partners? I believe it's over 7%. 7.26% for Brookfield Property Partners. Very great diversified REIT. Canadian Utilities 38.34. Holy smokes. Utility codes just keep running. They're going to thrive in this lower interest rate environment. If they lower interest rates, these utility companies, these high yielding stocks, everything I've been talking about since 2019 is going to keep on running. I think Canadian Utilities is going to be over $40 soon. It's looking like it's going to be a $40 stock. But I've been talking about this since the low 30s. Another company making fresh 52-week highs, 1607. It's literally sitting at its 52-week high today. Algonquin Power and Utilities continues on running. Rock solid company. Look at this chart. Literally for the last 10 years, it's gone straight up. Man, that's worth a hit of the cash button. Next, let's look at a super beat up oil stock, Crescent Point Energy. Down to $4. Will this thing ever recover? I don't know. We're just going to move on. We're just going to close that tab because the oil sector is a sad place to be right now. Crude's down 3.65%. Oh my God. U.S. crude oil inventories rose by 6.7 million barrels. That was compared to forecast for a stockpile draw of 0.85 million barrels after a drop of 0.28 million barrels in the previous week. Holy smokes. So they're about 7 million barrel difference. Oversupply. Oil's tanking. All right, so Scott Graham. No problem. We'll pull up Coca-Cola right now, but we do got to look at Fortuna first. So Fortuna Silver Mines at 357. Just added a little bit to this yesterday. Just as I was doing a little bit of rebalancing, took some profit on wheat and precious metals and added a little bit to Fortuna. Now I do think that Fortuna is going to get hopefully it's going to find some support, in the mid to low $3 range. It's bounced off like 270 a couple times. So we could see a little more downside for this. Maybe 270. I draw a line at 270. Here, let's try and find it. There we go. 270. Come on, man. Let's go back there. There we go. Come on. Yeah, so we saw it bounce off 273 times over the past couple years. I do think it could keep selling off a little bit, but hard to say. Gold's looking pretty strong right now. Gold is looking pretty strong right now, especially if interest rates are going to drop. That's what's pretty much fueled the rally in gold. And I can see it continuing to go, gold and silver, if we get interest rates being lowered. Recently, though, gold fell off a little bit. I do believe that's because of the rally in the US dollar, if we are seeing one. Sorry, Brownie, give me 1 sec. We're actually seeing the dollar in the red. Google. Down to 1,038. I mean, I haven't been bullish on the FANGs for a long time, but Google did sell off. That's about a 25 to 30% drop. Look at it around $1,000 maybe. I feel like it could drop off a little bit more. $1,000 seems to be, you know, $1,000 is a nice round number. So that's psychological level. You can pretty much draw that line. It's bounced off $1,000 quite a few times. So I do think it could, just by looking at the charts, I don't follow the FANGs very much, so you know you can take my opinion for what it is. But by the looks of the charts, Google's could make a bounce off $1,000. It did have a sharp sell-off, so we could see tech stocks make a recovery sometime in the near future. But it is interesting to see that we didn't catch much of a bounce yesterday. We're back down. Google's going to $4. If Google goes to $4, I'm pretty sure it's the end of the world. That's good. All right, Brownie. Yeah, so why I don't mess with the FANGs? I don't know. I feel like they've been overvalued for a long time. I never really... It just comes down to valuation for me. Like, the FANGs make a ton of money, but really the only FANG stock that I guess you could say I am bullish on would be Google. Apple, I don't know what's going to happen for Apple. I see too much uncertainty with the trade war, and I've always been more bullish on Chinese tech versus American tech. Like, they're more risky, they're more volatile, but I would rather own, like, I own Alibaba and Tencent. Those were my, like, so that's me buying Amazon, but not Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather own Alibaba than Amazon, and I'd rather own Tencent than Google. It's not really a great comparison, but it's kind of one way of comparing. I just feel like there's more value in those companies, that's all. But Google right now is looking pretty attractive. I wish, man, if I inspired Jeff Bezos to start Amazon, I'd have a different office view right now. Right now we just got the green screen. My teacup would be like 28 karat gold. That was a joke. We all know it only goes up to 24. What do you got here, Nevada Tucker? Okay. Look at this guy. What's that look?
Hi, my name's Adam Hudson and I have a question for you.
I want to sell you something.
What would it be like if you woke up...
Okay. Well, we are not loading right now. Sorry, man. I clicked on the link. Yeah, that guy's got some teeth. Tencent's ticker, I believe, is TECHY. I always mess this up. It's like techie. Tencent. TCEHY. Pot stocks Chronos higher after upgrade. Come on, man. Let's go with this. 10 cent. The internet's does not want to find me 10 cent. Sorry, guys. TCEHY. TCEHY, 10 Cent Holdings. It's on the OTC markets actually, trading for 41 bucks. Now, remember, these Chinese tech stocks, I think they're riskier than the FANGs. So if you're looking for like protection and security, investing in large cap companies, I definitely believe in these companies. These companies make crazy money in China, but at the same time, like, they're more volatile. So please do your research on these companies. Just because I like it or whatever, that doesn't mean like just rush out and buy it. Always do your own research, but own 10 cent basically around 40 bucks, 41 bucks. So I was up on it quite a bit when it ran to 50, but now I'm pretty much flat, and I'm down on Alibaba, but I do think Alibaba is a pretty good deal right now if you believe in that recovery. At $1.50, Alibaba looks to be on sale. But they are a fantastic company. Both companies are fantastic, in my opinion. So that's it for the tech stocks. And then, of course, we'll look at Coca-Cola. I'm sorry, I forgot about that for anyone who was waiting around for that one. The hell's this? Dramatic. So, yeah. With Coke, it does look like it's going to make fresh 52-week highs. The only thing I don't like about these companies right now, American, like, consumer staples, if that's the category that you would put it in, if I'm right, it pays a 3.2% dividend, which is nice, but I could easily go into a utility company like Fortis, Canadian Utilities, so many of those companies that are going to yield more. So right now Fortis is 3.5%. You know what? It's not that far off of Coke now. These stocks have become so much more expensive. I remember when you could get a 5% yield in the utility sector. Now you got to settle for like a 3.5% yield. Valuations are so high. AQN, though, even at 52-week highs, AQN is still yielding 4.8%. So that's pretty impressive for a stock sitting right around 52-week highs. But no, I'd rather own a utility company than Coca-Cola, just for the simple fact that people are going to not stop buying power before they stop buying Coke during the next like recession or whatever. So I want those, if I'm going defensive, I want those companies that are earnings are not going to get hit at all. Or for the most part. Maybe people will turn off their lights a little bit more, but trust me, when times get tough, they'll probably scrap the Coke and just stick with power in their house. Just my opinion, though. WCP. So, got a few more minutes here. Whitecap Resources. Let me know if you guys want to look at any other companies. Interesting chart. I've seen this company before. Let me take a look. Oil and gas company. Oil and gas sector is tricky right now. There's a potential for a rebound, but I'm not super bullish on oil right now. Got some positions in oil that I really want to close, but they're down so much that I'm not even looking at those for the next year unless there's some miraculous rally in the oil sector. This one's looking pretty good, though. It looks like it's going to run into some support soon. Let's see what the RSI is. Yeah, RSI is at 29 right now. Although with this company, we did see the RSI drop to like 23 multiple times. Multiple times. So it looks like it's got a little bit of selling left in it. Maybe down to 380. What's the what's that did between Tencent and Tencent Music? So Tencent Music is like literally their music division. It's like investing in Spotify or something like that. A lot of people use it. It's called QQ Music. It's pretty cool though. I know that in China you can get pretty much free music. They had all the songs. I remember, like they had all the songs for free. You didn't even have to pay for a membership. Might be different now, but yeah, it's like investing in the Spotify of China. I think the company will do pretty well too, but I don't invest in it. Anyways, guys, what time is it now? It's 11:16. All right, I'm gonna go and shoot this interesting video. It's a cannabis 2019 watch list for companies that could potentially go bankrupt. So once again, it's gonna be a very controversial video. Probably get some hate for it, but I'm just gonna go over an article that Seeking Alpha put out. So I'm gonna go do that right now. It's been fun, and we'll see you guys soon. I'll drop that video ASAP, so make sure to tune in. And that's all I got for you today, guys. Good luck in the markets.